We just lost a deal we've been working on for 2 years, and you're never gonna guess why. So this all started, we had a new partner join our program, really great partner with some great construction experience. So we started our search and we found a really good business for him after about 6 months or so. So we went into contract with that deal, but the seller was just really slow at giving information. Things that should have taken days took weeks, and things were just moving along really slowly. So we set up a call with the seller and we asked him, hey, are you really interested in selling this business? Of course, he said he was, and we moved on from that call. And then things came a little quicker. He gave a batch of info, but then things started to slow down again. So after things slowed down, we set up another call with him to see what was going on. And he said, you know what? I don't really want to sell my business. So that deal was off, back to the drawing board. We started a new fresh search. So we searched for a few months and then boom, we find a perfect match for him. It's a restoration business, goes perfect with his construction background. So this one is a great acquisition because one of the great things about restoration where you can really make the money is rebuilding. So if you come in with a construction background, you not only do the cleanup, but you can do the rebuild. And that's something that the previous owner wasn't doing a lot of. And generally, I'd say if you don't have any construction experience, you probably shouldn't be buying a restoration business. So we dig into everything. Everything seems to check out. We get one holdup because they bought additional territories in 2023, and the bank wanted to see the full combined tax return in 2024. So we had to put the deal on hold for about 3 months while we were waiting for a tax return to get filed. And of course, wanting to be proactive, during that time, we complete all the closing items, get this deal so that we can just close it as soon as those tax returns hit. Then things just take a long time with the bank again. They just kind of sit there, even though really they just had to reopen the file, look at a couple numbers, and then they're done. But that took a long time anyway, just because I think where we were in the queue, because of course, when we came back, we had to start at the end of the line, apparently. And then boom, we get another hit. The credit manager at the bank didn't like the deal because he didn't like the franchise. So, and for some reasons, his criticism with the franchise, we definitely agree with. We feel like they issued too small of territories, too small to be successful, and they issued territories to people that never should have been in the restoration business, including the seller, who admits he really had no experience and really probably shouldn't have bought into the industry. But for us, we've got a construction person and we get the entirety of a top 5 MSA. I know people with similar markets within the same franchise that are doing about $2.5 to $3 million of EBITDA per year. So now we're back to square one, we go to another bank, work through the deal, get everything ready to go. And now this time the buyer has decided that he doesn't want to go through. He's decided he wants to start his own construction company, that he has enough people asking him to do work for them that he can get that off the ground, and he wants to go do that instead. So we part ways as friends, but deal's over at that point. Until we get a call from the seller who says he wants to sell to his general manager. But he wanted our help because the general manager didn't have a lot of financial or marketing experience. And those are the things that we can bring to the table. He only had the operating experience, so it's a perfect fit. So we go through the process, getting the loan, working through some things with a new buyer. Unfortunately, he did have some felonies on his record, a few kind of silly things that happened when he was younger, really nothing that concerned us too much. We were able to find news reports and we kind of dug in. We were able to get comfortable with his background, and so was the bank. Then we get a call from the banker, hey, what's going on with this charge that just hit the buyer's record a week ago? And basically the bank said, unless this is a clerical error, they're out. And so we get on the phone, we talk to buyer, seller, and we learn that he was in the wrong place, the wrong time, with a group of people that got picked up for some possession, and he wasn't charged with anything, he didn't have anything, he wasn't involved. So it's just a situation of wrong place, wrong time. But if you're in your 30s, and you're trying to get a 7-figure loan, it's not okay to be in the wrong place. So even with us and with the bank, that was going to end the deal. You can't have someone running your business that it's likely to get picked up at any time for the people that they're hanging out with. And so it's really unfortunate that this individual was right on the cusp of true generational wealth building, where we think this business really could have grown a lot, and he lost out on multiple millions of dollars just by hanging out with the wrong people. And of course, putting himself in that situation showed a major lack in judgment and putting his entire future at risk. And we just hate to see that happen. We hate to see such an opportunity squandered.